So I will begin saying that this investigation is in its early stages and I have very limited information at this time. This briefing is being done to inform the public that this is an incident currently being investigated in the Austin area, and as always, we're reaching out to those who may have knowledge of it. At approximately 10:30 a.m. this morning, APD officers responded to the 2100 block of Burton Drive, and that's the Array Apartments, in reference to a shoot-stab hotshot call. Now for reference, that's the area near East Old Torf Street and Willow Creek Drive here in South Austin. We had a caller report a disturbance that was taking place in the parking lot of the apartment complex behind me. When officers arrived on scene, they located a male with obvious trauma to his body in the parking lot. APD officers attempted life-saving measures. However, at approximately 10:42 a.m., the male subject was pronounced deceased here on scene. Homicide detectives are on scene investigating this incident. Detectives are currently canvassing the area and looking for any potential witnesses. At this time, we believe we have everybody involved in this incident detained. We also believe there is no ongoing threat to the public. We are asking for assistance with this incident. If anyone has any information regarding this incident, we encourage you to call our homicide tip line at 512-477-3588, or you can contact APD Crime Stoppers at 512-472-TIPS. And again, that last number is 512-472-8477. The deceased individual is being described as a Hispanic male in his 20s, and this is being investigated as Austin's 36th homicide of 2024. I'll try to answer any of the questions you may have.
The individuals involved, sir, were they visiting, did guests, or did they live in the complex?
That's information that we're still trying to get. That's part of the investigation, and like I said, we're trying to figure out if they do live here or they don't, or where exactly they came from.
Is this a GSW?
That I can't release that information right now. All I have is obvious trauma to the deceased body.
Is today's homicide connected to the one that happened across the street on this side last Thursday?
To my knowledge, this isn't connected, but again, it's very early on. I can't say it is or isn't with certainty, but right now we're still trying to gather the facts and stuff to see if it is potentially connected.
Are there any suspects that are being looked for, or is everyone involved remaining on site?
So what I'm being told right now, everybody involved in this incident is detained. So I can't clarify who's a suspect, who's a victim or whatnot, but any of the individuals that are involved are detained right now and cooperating with the investigation. We are asking for the public's help with anything they may have seen during that time or heard.
It sounds like no charges have been made at this time.
To my knowledge, not yet. Correct.
Any ongoing threat to the public, sir?
To my knowledge, there is no ongoing threat. Again, we have all the people that are involved in this incident detained, and we're fairly confident that there is no ongoing threat.
All the people involved is Hispanic, right?
The deceased is a Hispanic male. As far as the other parties involved, I don't have the race right now.
Did the victim know the suspect?
We're still currently trying to get that information.
And how is APD working to assuage neighbors' fears after 2 homicides in 6 days?
Well, right now we're doing the best that we can with the resources we have. A lot of this is going to be dependent on the public's help, right? If you see something out of the ordinary, say something. Call 911. Don't take certain incidents in your own hands. Call us, let us figure out what's going on. But we are encouraging the public just to be vigilant, aware, and contact APD if you do see something out of the ordinary.
All of the men standing inside the tape, are they witnesses, suspects, or both?
Other than the officers that are in the tape, I'm not sure what their involvement is, or if they're witnesses or not. I'm not exactly sure.
What would you say about this area, sir? High volume of calls to APD, or typical of any other area?
Yeah, so according to the officers that work this area and that are currently on scene, this is a very high crime area. We are very aware of the activity that takes place in this apartment complex behind me. I don't know the specifics of the calls, but I know this is a very well-known area to APD.
You said it was a disturbance. What kind of disturbance and how many people were involved?
We're trying to gather that information. I'm not sure what kind of disturbance took place. I don't know exactly how many individuals were involved in the incident. But again, part of the investigation, we're trying to figure out what's going on, what occurred, why, and how.
As far as you know, everyone cooperating with the investigation, the people behind?
Yes, to my knowledge, everyone's been cooperative. Those that potentially have been transported to other places, they're cooperating with investigators. So right now, again, the people that we have detained are cooperating.
Where the disturbance happened, sir, is it right there in the middle of the crime scene tape or further back in the apartment complex?
So just past that patrol car with the lights on, I think it was in that general area, right here in the parking lot.
Do you know if this apartment complex has cameras or surveillance video, sir?
We're hoping, again, that's part of the investigation. We're hoping that some either Ring cameras or some type of surveillance has captured the incident today to kind of help us learn what took place here this morning.